Good evening everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can guess, again my internet was out yesterday, which is getting really annoying at this point. Next week I will have a couple of people over, a couple of friends of my dad's who are actually gonna see if they can figure out the internet issue, because apparently the internet company isn't doing that job. It's not working out from their side, so they're gonna see if it's a tech problem on our side. One of them is gonna check the equipment like inside of the house, and another guy who knows more about the building engineering, I guess, he's gonna check the, I don't know, something in the building that apparently would have something to do with it. I really don't know much about it. I'm not a tech nerd when it comes to all of this, when it comes to hardware, unless it's the PC itself. I know a lot about that, but other than that, it's not really that much that I can do or say. We also discussed with the neighbors, and we're gonna check with them as well to see if it's really a tech problem on the building side or if it is still on their side. Because it's getting crazy. It's just annoying. I cannot upload when I need to upload. I cannot upload when I want to upload. I'm having a lot of issues, and I don't even understand how it is that this issue is mostly at night. I mean, during the day it's kind of fine, but that's usually when I'm either sleeping or doing other stuff. Yeah, because for those of you who are new, I have a very weird sleeping schedule. I'm usually up during the night, during the morning. It really depends. I mean, it kind of shifts. Sometimes I'm up during the day more than during the night. It depends. It's never a regular thing with me. And unfortunately, due to a couple of issues, I also lost some of my work. Because, yeah, it is what it is. There was an issue with an update which affected the HDD, multiple HDDs on my PC, the SSDs, which made me lose some of my work. I do make copies every week and send that into a different drive that I decouple every time that I use it. It's just for the books. But I've lost about a week worth, I guess, maybe, of progress, if not more. I haven't truly checked it yet because I sometimes forget to put it on the second drive. Well, second drive, the book drive. I'm just gonna call it the book drive because I have a lot of drives plugged in. I have gaming hard drives, I have SSD also for gaming, but they're, SSDs, not hard drives. Blah blah blah. Yeah, it's very interesting all, I guess. Not really, but yeah. So I lost some of my work. I don't know the full scale on how much I've lost, but yeah, thanks Microsoft. Yeah. So I don't really know where to go from here. I need to wait until the issue is fixed, because apparently it's not just me who's experiencing this problem. This update needs to be fixed before I'm confident enough and comfortable enough to write at this point, because I don't want to lose any more of my work. As you can probably imagine, I don't know how much I've lost. And I'm kind of scared to check, to be honest, because it was a lot of work. And I mean, a lot. Even if it is just 1 week, that's a lot of work. Because unfortunately, it's not just the writing of the book, it's a lot of things. It's background stories that are separate files. There are details that I write down. There are things that I want to remember. Yeah, you can call it a memory pad that I put in. Also on the drives. It just It's where I keep my details, or where I keep things that I feel are really cool, or maybe a separate character. Sometimes I create too many characters. This isn't an issue though. When I create too many characters for a book and I feel like I can not use them, or they are used so small or so little in a book that I feel like they could be reused with a different name, I just put them in a separate, like, memory file, I guess. I have a folder where I have a lot of created characters that would fit either multiple different types of styles of books, but I also have a couple of characters that only go for a specific one, but then I put it in the name. Sorry, that was a bit awkward. Okay. So, yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna recuperate from this, but it is okay. I mean, I'm kind of glad that I recently had my break, because it does mean that when it comes to rewriting Vampire Secrets, which is still to be renamed, by the way, it means that I wouldn't have lost too much of that. But the book that I was working really hard on, yeah, it's, yeah, it is what it is. But unfortunately, things happen, and I'm just gonna have to guess that it happens for a reason. I am a Christian. I don't wear a cross, but I believe and I pray, and I know I don't put it a lot in my channel, but that's because there are people who are feeling very uncomfortable with the whole Christian subject, which is why I'm trying to keep my channel as neutral when it comes to religion and stuff as possible. Because even though I accept every other religion and stuff like that, even this right now could set people off. Like, I know some fellow Christians may think right now, there is no other religion. What are you talking about? You cannot accept them. So that's why I keep it off my channel as much as possible. But whenever I see, or whenever I read a comment that says somebody is feeling sick or somebody is hurting, I do tend to pray for them, even though I cannot tell them that on my channel, which is a bit difficult, but I just want them to know, yeah, I do pray. I do pray for you when you're feeling sick or tired, when you cannot sleep. I try to put positive vibes out, and hopefully that helps. How did this go from this to that? Okay. Yeah. So it is sad. It is sad. I lost a lot of work, probably more than I would like to admit, but it's still to be determined exactly how much I've lost, because to be honest, I'm literally scared to check at this point. These projects are my heart and soul, and it is terrifying. It is terrifying. I do also know that I have 2 comments. I've not yet read them. I wanted to, but I didn't have time, and I'm scared that my internet will go out again, so I'm keeping this video minimal, just uploading when I can and then reading the comments, because yeah, I just need to put my videos out, otherwise it's getting crazy. I just don't know what I'm gonna do if everything is gone. I don't think everything will be gone though. I don't think that will be the case. I think that a lot of the work that I did do, because like I said, so this is basically how I do it. I have a small USB stick that's about 240, I think. 200 something, 232 maybe gigabytes. And, or is it 250? I don't know. It can hold a lot of books. That's all that I know when it comes to putting things on there. It's not used for anything else. But that USB stick is basically my safety storage. So when something like this happens, that I'm only losing a certain amount, because I've had issues similar to this before, which is why, and I promise you it's very discouraging, but okay. When I write, I cannot do this every single day because it's mind-boggling having to do this every single day. But when I write a significant amount, like 20 pages, more than I've had before that, that's when I update what I have on the USB stick, and I just copy paste it to the USB stick so that that progress is saved. But I don't do this on a daily basis. I don't do this on a 2-day basis. It's more or less once a week, and sometimes I forget, and sometimes it's 2 to 3 weeks, and sometimes even longer. It really depends on whether or not I've been very active in writing, and like I said, I sometimes do forget. But the problem is, I don't know when last it was that I updated to once on the USB stick. And because of the issue right now, and this is the hardest part of this, I don't know if this can happen again, because what's happening with my hard drives is sometimes my PC disconnects, and it from the hard drives, or the hard drives disconnect from the PC. It's causing issues, and it's corrupting files. It is corrupting files, and like I said, I have every book. I do have multiple hard drives. They're on every single hard drive, and I've had this issue with every single hard drive because of some kind of coding. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Again, I'm not an expert in software or stuff like that, or hardware. I'm an expert in hardware when it comes to the PC, just not software. At least not this. So, yeah. I don't dare plugging in the USB stick right now. Because if I do that and the problem persists, that could be corrupted too. In which case I would lose every bit of my work, not just the updated version, not just a little bit that I would put on the USB stick, but I mean everything would be bad. So I don't dare do that right now. And my dad has had the same issue. He doesn't write, he only plays video games. But he's noticed he cannot access certain games, and some of the files of the games are corrupted. So he needs to deinstall or remove the games and then reinstall them in order to be able to play them again. Yeah. So, yeah. Apparently this is an issue with Windows 11. So there's that. I knew I should have stuck with my typewriter, but it's a very old typewriter, and unfortunately the ink strips, the ink lens that for that specific brand are no longer available, or at least not that I can find them, so I cannot use it anymore. So that yeah, I should have stuck with that. Should have just bought a new typewriter or something. I might do that at some point, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, so that's my sad update, my sad video for today. Again, I'm sorry I don't have the content that is probably desired right now, but I think considering the fact that there's a lot of people invested in this, a lot of people who are invested in the books, who are also invested in the progress and the how-to videos. I think that that you deserve to know what's going on. So yeah, it just sucks. I'm having a lot of issues, but in the end I will get over it. It will be fine. Even if I lose 100 pages or more, I'll just keep writing. It'll be demotivating and maybe I'll need a break from certain aspects, but I will keep writing. I will keep working, and hopefully it will come even out better than before. Everything happens for a reason. Anyway, have a good night, have a good morning, have a good day, have a good evening. I love you no matter what, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow. Nope, it's Friday, Monday. Hopefully I will see you Monday. Have a good night, and I love you.